Kraft presents The Great Gildersleeve.
Yeah.
The Kraft Cheese Company, who also bring you Bing Crosby every Thursday night, present each week at this time Harold Perry as The Great Gildersleeve, written by John Wheaton. We'll hear from The Great Gildersleeve in just a moment. Christmas is still in most of our minds these days, but after all, food is something we have to think about the year round. So even though the Christmas festivities are still going on in many of your homes, let me say a word about Parquet margarine, the delicious spread for bread made by Kraft. You really should know about Parquet margarine, especially in times like these, because Parquet margarine is so economical and so downright good tasting, too. Yes, Parquet is the margarine with a very special flavor. It's so delicate and appetizing, so wholesome and good. Just try Parquet spread on bread or rolls, and you'll quickly see what I mean. You see, Parquet is the margarine that's made by Kraft, and you know that Kraft is famous for fine quality foods. And remember, Parquet is wholesome and nutritious, an excellent energy food that contains vitamin A. So order Parquet tomorrow. Just ask for Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet margarine made by Kraft. Well, Christmas is over, New Year's is 4 days off, and in that lull that comes between the two, we find the great Gildersleeve. As he lingers at the breakfast table, trying to get up enough steam to drag himself down to the office, from Leroy comes the old refrain.
What can I do, Unc? What can I do?
Leroy, how can you say that?
It's only 3 days after Christmas.
I know, but I don't know what to do.
That's ridiculous. You've got all those presents.
You've got your erector set?
Yes, go make something.
What?
I don't know what. Do I have to tell you what to make?
Well, if you just let me use my chemistry set, I could really...
No. For the last time, no.
Well, there you are.
I've told you, you're not to use that unless I'm around to supervise it.
Gosh, what's the use of having a chemistry set if
It's too old for you, Leroy. I'm sorry now that I bought it. I wish I'd gotten you 2A instead of a 4B.
Yeah, but I'll be careful.
It's too late. You've already burned a hole in my desk and smelled up the whole house.
And made a nasty brown stain on the rug.
Brown? What's that? I hadn't heard about that.
Well, nothing. I just did what it said in the book.
That's what I mean. You've no judgment. Out of the whole book, the first thing you had to make was a stink bomb. Now you can just find something else to play with.
Give me a chemistry set and won't let me make anything.
You've got other things, Leroy. What about that wood-burning set?
Yeah, go burn some wood.
I don't want to.
Young man, you do what I tell you to. Go burn an Indian head or something and stop pestering me. Haven't you got any homework or anything you can do?
Yes, how about that theme?
You keep out of this, Marge.
Yep. What theme?
Leroy's supposed to write a theme for his English class the day he gets back to school.
All right for you.
How I spent my Christmas vacation. Griping.
Yeah, that's not it at all.
Well, whatever the theme is, Leroy, you better get at it. This is an ideal time for it. What's the topic?
Oh, it's corny.
Yeah, corny? What is it?
My New Year's resolutions.
What's corny about that? I think it's a very good idea.
Are you kidding? Who makes resolutions anymore? Jack Benny.
Well, you could do with a few, young man.
Well, why don't you write the theme for me, then?
I could write a book. Resolved. 1, I will not come to the table without first washing my hands.
I washed them.
2, I will not consider my hands washed until I clean my nails.
All right, who had the nail brush last? Pickle Puss.
I did not.
3, I will not be rude to my sister.
4, my sister will not be rude to me.
5, no, 4. I will not leave any roller skates on the front stoop again. And if I do, my dear Uncle Mort will lick the daylights out of me. 5, I will always keep my shoes tied. 6, I will always tuck in my shirt tails. 7, I will give up the idea of the expression, are you kidding?
Are you kidding?
And 8, just for that, you can go and get to work on that theme right now.
Oh, I was only kidding, huh?
Well, I'm not. Get busy.
Okay. Can't even make a joke around here.
I don't know what's the matter with kids these days. They have all these things, fancy erector sets, electric trains, electric wood-burning outfits. They can't think of anything to do but hang around and pester their elders. When I was a boy, we didn't have any of those things.
And what did you used to do, Uncle Mort?
Hang around and pester my elders. But I had a better excuse.
Here's the paper, Unc. Thought you might like to read the morning paper.
Oh, thank you, Leroy. Exceedingly thoughtful of you.
Oh, not at all.
You're not forgetting about the theme.
Oh, no.
Yes, don't. Well, listen to this in the paper. Summerfield to have war plant.
What else does it say?
Summerfield Rat Trap Company converts to arms production. By George, now we're getting someplace. Let the rats wait. We'll exterminate the Japs first. After 23 years of building better mousetraps, Washington has finally beaten the path to the door of the Summerfield Trap Company. It was revealed today upon arrival of Leonard P. Brody of the WPB, ordnance expert and right-hand man to Donald Nelson. Well, Brody will consult with civic leaders today about plans for the immediate expansion and conversion of the plant. You see his picture standing here with the mayor.
Trust his honor to get his picture taken with anybody from Washington.
Yeah. I suppose Brody will be wanting to see me, too, as water commissioner. Those plants use plenty of water. Maybe I'd better be getting down to the office.
Here's the mail, Mr. Gillsleeve. Still getting Christmas cards, it looks like.
No time for the mail now, Bertie. You got to get down to the office and see a man from Washington.
Oh.
If there's any mail for me, just leave it on my desk.
Yes, sir. There's a letter here from Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah?
Why, it must be from Mrs. Ransom.
Huh?
Well, just leave it on his desk, Bertie.
Yeah, here, give it to me.
Yes, sir. What do you know? She's got the stamp on upside down.
Oh, let's see it. I love coffee. I love tea.
Leroy?
I love the girls, and the girls love me.
Give me that.
Marge, catch.
Leroy?
Better give it to him, Leroy.
Oh, you want it? Here you are, Unc.
Well, it is from Savannah. I don't know what she'd be writing to me about, I'm sure.
Why don't you open it and read it, Uncle Mort?
Yeah, out loud.
Will you two kindly mind your own business? I'll read my own letters in my own way and in my own good time. Well, what's this on the back of it? S-W-A-K. What does that mean?
As if you didn't know.
I don't.
Oh, for Pete's sake, Unc.
Well, if you know what it means, tell me. S-W-A-K.
Some women are crazy.
Leroy, you find something to do and find it quickly before I lose my temper.
Okay, Unc, only kidding.
Yes, I know. Marjorie, can you tell me what S-W-A-K means?
Well, if you must know, Uncle Mort, S-W-A-K on a letter means sealed with a kiss.
I don't believe it.
Is there a lipstick mark on the flap?
No.
Let me see.
No.
All right.
You'll pardon me if I read this.
Oh, yes, of course. What does she say, Uncle Mort?
She says the weather's fine.
Oh, good.
Well.
Weather getting worse?
Would you mind not interrupting?
Can I clear away the dishes, Mr. Gillsleeve?
Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yes, Bertie, I'm finished.
Can I play with the chemistry set if I get Piggy to help me, Unc? Can I?
Oh, where can I go to
Can I, use the chemistry set if Piggy is with me?
Leroy, I don't care what you do. Blow yourself to pieces if you like, but don't bother me about it. I'm going upstairs. There. On any piece around here, you have to lock yourself in. Now. Sealed with a kiss. Smells good, too. My own dear Throckmorton, just a line to say thank you for your gorgeous Christmas present, which just arrived by air mail. Santa was very good to little Leela this year, but of all the presents I received, yours was the one I loved the most. How do you like that, hooker, you old goat? How did you ever guess that passion flower is my favorite perfume? Oh, I just guessed. I have been having a perfectly marvelous time here in Savannah with teas in my honor and eggnog parties and whatnot. Life has been just a round of dances, and I've met some of the most attractive men. But I do miss you terribly. The other night I had the sweetest dream about you. Yes, who's there?
It's me, Mr. Gillsleeve, Bertie.
What is it, Bertie?
I'm sorry to disturb you, Mr. Gillsleeve, but the laundry man's here. This is clean sheet day. Can I get the sheets off your bed?
Oh, all right, Bertie. No privacy anyplace.
Won't be but a minute, Mr. Gillsleeve. Now be right out of here.
Take your time. I'll go in here.
Just a minute before you do. Let me get the bath mat out of there.
Yeah. Well, let it go. I'll go somewhere else.
Oh, you won't be in my way, Mr. Gillsleeve.
No, but you'll be in mine. I'll go downstairs. this house has as much privacy as a bus. There isn't a room in the whole place where there isn't somebody reading over your shoulder. Well, I'll try the den. I suppose there's a convention in here. This is more like it. Let's see now. But I do miss you terribly. The other night I had the sweetest dream about you.
Uncle Mort, do you like me in navy blue?
Huh? Yes, it's all right with me.
But you don't really like me in it.
Well, if you say so. Where was I now?
I don't really think it does anything for me.
The other night I had the sweetest dream about...
I say I don't think it does anything for me.
Maybe you're right.
You know, I've just about decided I never did like this suit from the day I bought it.
What'd you buy it for, then?
Uncle Mort, you're not looking at me.
Young lady, I'm in my private den trying to read a letter.
Well, you don't have to be so cross. I don't know what's come over you. You haven't been yourself lately. Not since Mrs. Ransom left.
Well, Mrs. Ransom has nothing whatever to do with it. I'll thank you to keep her out of it. She'd merely like to be left alone with her for a few moments. I mean with her letter.
Well, close your door. Nobody will bother you.
Well, it's too late now.
Where are you going?
I'm going down in the cellar, where I hope to enjoy the privacy of the coal bin, if nobody has any objection. Who left the light on down here?
It's me, Unc. I'm using it.
Oh, Leroy, what are you doing down here?
This is my chemical laboratory.
I'll give up. I'll go down to the office. I beg your pardon.
Why don't you watch where you're going?
I'm sorry. I was reading a letter. I didn't see it.
Why don't you read your letters at home?
Yeah, why don't I? I could tell you why, brother. Oh, well. She called me her own dear Throckmorton, and she sealed it with a kiss.
Gildy! Hey, Gildy!
Oh, hello, Judge.
Give you a lift downtown?
Just as far as the barber shop, if you will, Judge.
No trouble at all, Gildy. Climb in.
Well, this is really a pleasure, Judge.
Pleasure's all mine. I stopped by your house just now, but Marjorie said you just left.
Well, it was such a fine day, I just thought I'd walk down to the office today.
Well, if you really want to walk, I can let you out.
No. I've had enough. You can overdo a thing like this. Well, how have you been, Judge?
Just fine, Gildy, just fine. How have you been?
Oh, fine.
That's fine. Fine day, isn't it?
Yes, fine.
You're looking well.
Never better. You look pretty chipper yourself.
I can't complain. And you?
There must be a way out of this.
Well, I got to get downtown and see a man who just came in from Washington.
Oh, you mean that fellow from Donald Nelson's office, Brody?
Yep. Sent for me to talk over some of the problems on the plant. It's going to be a great thing for Summerfield, Gildy.
Yes, it is. You'll probably be wanting to see me sometime today.
Well, here you are, Gildy.
Well, thanks very much, Judge.
Oh, by the way, Gildy.
Yes, Horace?
Heard from Leela Ransom since she left?
Why do you want to know?
Oh, I just wondering.
Well, don't. You're wasting your time.
Yeah? What makes you think so?
Because I had a letter from her this morning.
Congratulations. So did I.
You did?
Yep. Gildy, maybe you could tell me something.
What?
What does SWAK mean?
Oh!
The great Gildersleeve will be with us again in a few seconds. We all make good resolutions on New Year's Day, so here's one for you good homemakers listening in. Resolve in 1943 to serve your families more of the highly nutritious foods and at the same time to keep your food budget in line. Now, one of the foods that can be a big help in keeping that resolution is delicious, nourishing parquet margarine, the economical spread for bread made by Kraft. Yes, grand-tasting parquet margarine is a thrifty source of mighty important food elements. It's one of the best energy foods you can serve your family. What's more, every pound contains 9,000 units of important vitamin A the year round. So, you see, by using parquet margarine in your household, you can economize and feed your family better, too. Resolve today to get acquainted with delicious parquet margarine before the new year sets in. Tomorrow, when you shop, ask for a pound or two of Parquet, P-A-R-K-A-Y. Parquet, the margarine that's made by Kraft. Now let's return to the great Gildersleeve, whom we find a few minutes later reclining in a chair at the barber shop while Floyd does a little trimming of his mustache.
Yeah. Floyd, Never let a woman get a hold on you.
You're telling me.
She'll lure you and trick you and make you wish you'd never been born.
Brother, you're talking to a guy that married one. And I'm here to tell you last week we went over to her family's house for Sunday dinner. Well, sir, from the time we started to the time we got back, all I hear from her is...
Floyd, I'm in no mood for any domestic sagas just now. Do you mind?
Not at all. Not at all. Say, it's too bad you didn't get here a few minutes earlier.
Why?
I bet you'd give a lot to know who I just finished shaving right in this very chair where you are.
Who?
Well, some fella, I don't know his name, Brady, something like that. Government man. Keep it under your hat, but I hear he's right-hand man to Donald Nelson.
Why keep it under your hat? It's all over the newspapers. It's in the Indicator.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
Tell me, what kind of a fellow is he?
Oh, he's a smart apple. You can tell that the minute you shave him. He wasn't born yesterday. He's an ordnance expert, whatever that is.
He knows all about guns and explosives.
Yeah, well, anyway, he told me some things that if I was at liberty to reveal them, you wouldn't believe them. One thing, do you know what he came out here for?
Why, certainly, to get the Rat Trap Company switched over to war production.
Who told you?
The Indicator. Read it. It's all in there.
Well, you can't believe everything you read in the newspapers.
You can't believe everything you hear in barbershops either.
I'll tell you one thing I heard. I have it on good authority from this fellow Brody that the government may spend as much as $250,000 on this plant.
Who told you that?
Well, I heard him tell Sparks, the power commissioner. Yep, $250,000. Just think of it, $250,000. That's more than I make here in a year.
Come on, get this thing off of me, Floyd. I've got to get to the office. If Brody's getting together with the power commissioner, he's probably been going crazy trying to get in touch with me. Good morning, Miss Fitch.
Good morning, Mr. Commissioner.
Happy New Year to the mainspring of the waterworks.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Miss Fitch, have there been any important calls for me this morning?
There was one, Mr. Commissioner, yes.
I knew it.
The printer called about your annual report. Should the binding be in blue or buff?
What color is buff?
Well, a buff is between a beige and a puce.
Puce? Well, that's 3 colors I never heard of. Tell him to make it blue.
Yes, sir.
Did I have any other calls?
Not this morning, Mr. Commissioner. Were you expecting someone else to call?
Miss Fitch, I'll leave it to you. Mr. Brody's in town from the WPB in Washington. You know, Donald Nelson's department.
Yes. Oh, that Mr. Nelson.
Well, I'm glad to see you admire him, too. But this fellow Brody's here to convert the trap factory into a munitions plant. He sent for the mayor. He sent for Hooker. He sent for Sparks, the power commissioner. Does he think he can run the place without water?
But, of course, the Rat Trap Factory has always been one of our biggest subscribers.
I know, but there isn't much water in the Rat Trap. They may need twice as much water as they've been getting. They may
You're right, Mr. Commissioner.
Yes. What's happened is that Brody's fallen into the hands of a few chiselers like Sparks and Hooker. They're trying to prevent him from seeing me.
Why should they do that?
Stupidity, that's all. I'm going to call up Brody and set him right.
I think you should.
Hand me the phone, please, Miss Fitch. What's the number of the Summerfield house?
3894.
Thank you very much. Yes, that's the trouble with these fellows from Washington. They don't understand local conditions. Come out here and get in with the wrong crowd.
Summerfield House.
Mr. Leonard P. Brody.
Just a moment, please.
Hello?
Hello. This is Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, and I'm the water commissioner of this town.
Yes, sir?
I'd just like to warn you that you're playing politics with the wrong bunch, Mr. Brody. And if I...
Wait a minute. I'm not Mr. Brody. I'm his assistant.
Oh.
Mr. Brody's gone out to look at the plant.
Oh. Well, I'll call him back later. Brody's gone out to inspect the plant. At least that's what his assistant says. Maybe I ought to run out there and see him, huh? We go over the problem right on the ground.
That might be very helpful.
Yes.
Water Department, Miss Fitch speaking.
Mr. Gillsleeve there?
I'll see. Who is it, please?
Tell him this is Bertie, and he better come quick. Something terrible has happened.
Just a minute. Mr. Commissioner, your cook. She says something has happened.
Oh. Hello? What is it, Bertie? What is it?
Oh, Mr. Gillsleeve, you better come down here right away, and don't let no grass grow.
I can't, Bertie. Can't you tell me what's the matter?
No, sir, I can't explain it, but you better hurry home.
I can't do that. I've got an appointment with an important man about a new explosives factory.
Well, you better come, because we got an explosive factory right here.
What?
Leroy's gone and cooked up a batch of TNT or something, and it looks like it's going to go off any minute.
Oh, my goodness. Keep calm, Bertie. Don't let it go off till I get there. Leroy, what is this Bertie tells me?
It wasn't my fault, Unc. I didn't mean to do it, honest.
Didn't mean to do what?
Piggy made me do it. He dared me. He didn't tell me till after I did it.
Now, wait a minute. Get a hold of yourself, young man. What is it that you did?
I made a bottle of nitroglycerin.
Nonsense. You can't make nitroglycerin with a 4B chemistry set. Can you?
That's what Piggy said. He said it'd blow us all up.
Where's Piggy?
He beat it. He beat it the minute I did it. He was scared.
Oh, well, where is the stuff?
That's it right there on the table.
That? Why, that looks like nothing but water.
Don't go there!
No, don't do that, Bertie.
Don't touch it, Mr. Gillsleeve. It's bad luck to touch nitroglycerine.
Bad luck, nitroglycerine. Come. Let's keep our wits now, folks. What did you make this out of, young man?
I don't know, Unc. There were two things, and I just poured one into the other like he told me. Piggy did. He made me do it.
Well, let's be sensible about this. Leroy, you get the dictionary. Let me see. Who would know about such things? Bertie, you go and phone Mr. Peavy down at the drugstore. Ask him if he'd be kind enough to drop over here.
Shall I tell him to...
Tell him nothing. Just ask him if he'd mind dropping over, that's all.
Yes, sir, I'll do that.
Here's the dictionary, Unc.
Quit shaking, Leroy. Quit shaking. Now, let's see. Probably just a lot of nonsense. Here we are. Nitroglycerin. A colorless, heavy, oily liquid. Well, it's that, all right. Of a highly explosive quality. Obtained by mixing nitric and sulfuric acids.
That's what it was. Nitric and sulfuric. Those were the things.
Wait a minute. It explodes by percussion.
What does that mean?
The least little jar will set it off.
Unc, let's get out of here.
Not a bad idea.
Mr. Peavy's coming right over, Mr. Gillsleeve.
Peavy, what we need is a bomb squad. Leroy, you run out and get a cop just as fast as you can go.
A cop? Okay, Unc.
Go! Oh, thank goodness you've come, Peavy.
What can I do for you, Mr. Gildersleeve? Is there sickness in the house?
Not yet. Now, you're a druggist, Peavy. You know all about chemistry.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
We've got a little chemical problem here. I gave my nephew a chemistry set for Christmas, and I'm afraid the boy has gotten a little over his depth. In fact, he appears to have made a quantity of nitroglycerin.
Well, Mr. Gildersleeve, boys will be boys.
Yeah. There's the stuff in that little bottle there. You think there's enough of it to do much damage?
Well, if it's nitroglycerin, yes. I'd say that it would easily blow out all the walls of the house and probably kill all of us at the same time. Break all the windows, too.
Yep. That is, if it's nitroglycerin.
Yes.
Well, I ain't staying around to find out. I'm getting out of this house.
Don't slam the door, Bertie.
Not me. I'm going out on my hands and knees praying.
Oh, go away. Go away, Aesop. Give the cat a boot if he bothers you, Peavy.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Gildersleeve. I like cats. I find that cats generally like me, too. So does Mrs. Peavy.
No time to be standing around admiring cats, Peavy. What are we going to do about that darn bottle? How are we going to get rid of it?
It does present a problem.
Aesop, get down off of there. Aesop, get away from that bottle.
He seems to like that nitroglycerin.
Aesop! Nice, Aesop. He's rubbing up against it. If he knocks that thing over, good night. Kitty.
A saucer of milk might be effective.
Yes. Bertie, bring us a saucer of milk, quickly.
I can't hear you, Mr. Gillsleeve. Besides, we ain't got no milk.
Well, a plate of sardines might be good.
Oh, look what he's doing now. He's licking the bottle where it ran down the outside.
Here, kitty.
Here, Aesop. Nice, Aesop. Look at that. He's crazy about that stuff. Come on, boy. Come on. That's it. Come. There, you see, Peavy, he likes me. Come on, Aesop, old fellow. Yes. That's a nice Aesop. There.
No, I don't know that I'd pat that cat if I were you.
Why not?
He's loaded.
Go away, Aesop. Go away. Go away, scat. Get him off of me, somebody.
Here's the chief of police, Unc.
Oh, Chief Gates, am I glad to see you?
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. Did you send this boy out with a cock and bull story about TNT or something?
Nitroglycerin. There it is, right on the table there.
How do you know it's nitroglycerin?
Yeah, how do you know it isn't?
Well, that's the point. Let's have a look at it.
Don't touch it.
Don't shout. Slab will go off.
I thought you said it wasn't nitroglycerin.
You've got me nervous now.
All right. Now, how do we decide whether it is or whether it isn't?
I don't rightly know. This kind of a job calls for a bomb squad. We've got no bomb squad. Hey, wait a minute.
What?
There's a fellow in town from Washington who's supposed to be an ordnance expert.
Oh, you mean Brody?
That's the fellow. Come on, we'll take this stuff down to his hotel and show it to him.
I've been trying to see Brody all day.
He'll see me. Come on.
All right. I'll carry the cat. You carry the bottle, Chief. You got rubber heels.
Mr. Brody?
Yes, what is it, officer? Oh, who are all these people?
I'm Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve, Mr. Brody. I'm the water commissioner of Summerfield, and I've been trying to get in touch with you all day. I just wanted to assure you of my cooperation.
Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, my assistant told me you phoned.
We've got a problem for you, Mr. Brody. Mr. Gildersleeve's nephew here thinks he made some nitroglycerin.
Is that so?
Yeah, but I didn't mean to do it.
Well, let's have a look at it before you start worrying about it.
Here it is in the bottle.
Well, there isn't enough here to do any real harm, even if it were nitroglycerin. Yeah, we'll have a look at it. Nitroglycerin.
You mean it isn't, huh?
Well, if it were nitroglycerin, I wouldn't dare do this with it. Here, catch.
Hey! Oh! Oh, well, it was a two-pants suit anyway. Dear diary, quite a day, quite a day. And tomorrow will be another. I've got to go to Wistful Vista to see about some business interests I've got there. A little tax matter. Oh, well, a trip will do me good. Help to take my mind off Leela and give me a chance to use that new military brush set I got for Christmas. I'll arrive in Wistful Vista on Tuesday, and I'll be there over New Year's. That means I'll be spending New Year's Eve with my little chums, Fibber McGee and Molly. I can't think of a better way to spend it. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days in Wistful Vista? Good night, diary. Good night, everybody, and Happy New Year.
Music heard on this program was composed and conducted by Billy Mills. Your favorite motion picture theater will soon be showing The Great Gildersleeve, starring Harold Perry. We hope you'll see it. This is Ken Carpenter speaking for the makers of Kraft Cheese and inviting you to tune in again next week for the further adventures of The Great Gildersleeve.
Ladies, be good. To yourselves, I mean. Don't worry about what to have to dinner after a busy afternoon. Just open a package of that wonderful food product called Kraft Dinner, and in a very few minutes, you'll have delicious macaroni and cheese all ready to serve. Yes, in just 7 minutes cooking time, you can make that favorite American dish, macaroni.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. What's up? What's going on, guys? Here I am. I am here. What's going on? Good morning. Yeah. I said fucking good morning. Jeez. Holy hell. So, hi everybody. How's it going? What's going down, clown? Oh yeah. Arg. It is Thursday. It is May 22nd, 2025. Camping update. We're going camping. Well, actually, in 2 weeks, we'll be coming back from going camping. I believe 2 weeks. Yeah, that's about it. Which means Joey should be here, geez, in about a week. Totally, man. So yesterday, we, what did we do yesterday? I fixed my chair. See this chair here in the corner? It's kind of low. It's a low chair. It's low. It's got a back that does this on it. Ratchets. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. It's got a swivel base. It's really low to the ground. It's my guitar chair. It's the chair that I like to sit in, to just sit in for hours and fiddle around. I used this chair in the first season. That was my first season chair. I got that chair specifically for my show and used it for the first couple of seasons, and then kind of moved out, moved on, moved up. George Wendt passed away this week, so I will try to be featuring him on the Video Time Machine. Yeah, baby. Norm. Yeah. There you go. Camping update. Yesterday, what the hell were we doing? We were sitting here doing pretty much nothing all day. And, yeah. Later on, about halfway through the day, my wife says, well, let's go to the hardware store. I'm like, what? She says, yeah, I want to get some more potting soil, some stuff for the outside plants, because we got a bag for the indoor plants. So we got a couple of bags of outdoor ground cover stuff. Stuff to hold the moisture in because of the heat out here. So we did that. We went by Tractor Supply store. I looked all through there to see if I could find any camping stuff. Nothing. We went to Harbor Freight. We found a few camping items. Mainly, I found 10 spike tent stakes. They're the big 10-inch nails. They're just big. They look like giant 16-penny nails. So they have a pack of those of 10 for $6. we went to Walmart to get her soil, and we checked the camping gear there. They have tent stakes there, $2 each. So I will be going to Harbor Freight and picking up 2 of those 10-packs. While we were at Walmart, we picked up the screen enclosure for my 10x10 canopy, my Easy Up canopy. So that's ready. We also went into the trailer, our travel trailer / storage unit, and we picked through the stuff and found, what did we find? We found the camping stove. I got my voice rattling through my ears there, so I had to get rid of that. We found the camping stove. We found both tents. We found another recliner chair. So now we have 2 big giant recliner chairs that you can actually nap in, that actually go flat into beds. We also have 2 camping cots with a cushion. So we have extra sleeping for 2 and extra seating for 2. I also have those old school camping chairs that I'm going to bring. They're old, and chances are they're going to give out at some point, but I want to use them while I still can. I remember that when my friend's father, when Steve's father, Mike, had those old chairs, and that stuff that gets stretched across them to make them into a chair, when that stuff goes bad, he would just take some material and reweave over the top of, remove the stuff and then reweave a new seat on it. Paracord or some kind of banding or strapping or something, just about anything. I've got a chair outside that I got about 1/3 of the way through putting paracord on to turn it back into a chair, and I just gave up. Mainly because of my arthritis, and I wasn't really doing it right. I didn't have a clamp to hold on to keep it tight. So I might actually work on that and finish that chair. We dug up quite a few little items yesterday for camping. My wife pulled out the camping dishes, and it's just one of those metal, blue and white spotted metal camping sets from Walmart. Somebody had left it at one of the houses, which happens a lot. They leave crap behind they don't want to take home with them. And so we just kind of absorb it into our stuff. Sometimes we give the stuff away. Sometimes we use it. Sometimes we just throw it away. Sometimes the people will call and actually say, hey, where's my stuff? And we'll mail it to them if they want to pay for it to be mailed. Sometimes they'll say, can you send me my stuff? And we're like, yeah, it'll be $25. That's $15 for the shipping and $10 for me to go take it to the fucking post office and stand in line. And they're like, oh, forget it. Whatever. That's how I got my battery chargers, my telephone battery chargers. People just leave them, and then they don't want to send them. And you can't send batteries and shit in the mail, so they don't want to pay the extra fees. Fuck them. Fuck it. Just fuck it all to hell. I'm going in. Good morning. What's up there, Joey? Are you there? Hello? I don't have my box. Let me get a box. Right? Let me see here. I'm not going to get the box. I'm just going to get the things out of the box that I want. There's my record for the day. A random 8-track box. Here's a random 8-track box. Let's dig through this random 8-track box here at some point and see what's in it. I have no idea what's in it. I haven't used that box on the show yet. So today's record, today's LP is still in its plastic. It is Getz and Gilberto. Stan Getz, João Gilberto, featuring Antonio Carlos Jobim. Now the neat thing about this is this guy, they went in to do this record, right? And I believe the story goes that they were doing this record and they needed the woman and Al Gilberto's wife. They used her. And after this, she gets her own record. The Girl from Ipanema. That's one of my favorite songs. Kind of a jazz. What do you call that? It's a fusion. It's a jazz. What you call it? Fusion. Damn it! Brazil really popular for that because it was Brazil '66, right? Sergio Mendes and Brazil '66 came out of Brazil. This record came out of Brazil. Yeah, jazz fusion was really, really heavy, and this is just one of those beautiful records. You can listen to the whole fucking thing. She's only featured in one song, I believe, but she steals the record. She steals this album. The Girl from Ipanema became a classic instantly. Let me see if I can dig up Gets Gilberto. Why? Because we love it. Why? Because we love it. Yeah, hear me now and be thinking about it later. I had Arts and Crafts Day planned, but I didn't put anything together for Arts and Crafts. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be relying upon people to help me come up with arts and crafts. I think today we are going to, if we can find a piece of paper, I think we are going to make a paper airplane for Arts and Crafts Day. Wouldn't that be crazy, huh? Then let's do Gets Gilberto and see what we get. Gets with a Z. Gets Gilberto full album. That was easy. Yeah, hear me now and be thinking about it later. 1963. Gilberto Gets. This is from Disco Redondo's full albums. So let's go to Disco Redondo's and listen to this. Listen to this full album here. Hear me now, turn off the sound later. Thank you so much. I got a cut on my finger from working yesterday fixing my chair. I had to do all kinds of weird shit just to fix a chair. I mean, I literally snapped 2 bolts. I had to cut wood. I had to drill holes. I had to bolt things together. I had to cut bolts off, shear them off because they were too long. Just a whole bunch of weird crap. I'm good to paste. Okay, and then we're gonna go Gets. No, not Y. Gilberto. 1963. 63. Album. And that's it. That's all you need to know. That's all there is to it. Let's see. We have our TV guide still for this week. It's still the TV guide from May 20th through May 26th, 1978, with Three's Company on the cover. It's a great cover. I just recently watched the Real Men with Jim Belushi and good old John Ritter here. I've also been watching Ranch Party with the host Tex Ritter, his father. Yesterday I was talking about I think we dug up Rooster Cogburn here on Wednesday. At some point, Rooster Cogburn was on Wednesday. And so I watched Rooster Cogburn last night. I just put it on. I was going to actually put it on and go to sleep. And I put it on, and my wife got up and had to go make my daughter some food. My daughter has weird hours. So at about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock last night, my daughter's having a burger dog. That's a rolled hamburger patty on a hot dog bun, dressed up like a cheeseburger. It's actually different. It's just a different way to eat a cheeseburger. Actually, it's fun. The condiments are different, right? They're the same condiments, but they're laid out differently, so it gives you a different flavor. That's all there is to it. Shredded lettuce, diced tomatoes, shredded cheese, mayo mustard ketchup, diced pickles. So, yeah, we do burger dogs. It's one of those weird things like taco burgers, okay? A taco burger is really great. It's like a torta, right? You do it on a hamburger bun. You just take taco meat that you've made for like tacos, all seasoned and stuff. Smear a little beans, taco meat, cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, sour cream, the works. And that's just a taco burger. We were going to do Slappy Joe last night, but my daughter didn't want meat. And of course, later she has a burger dog. So she had one of those veggie burgers, those Impossible Beyond things. So, hey, good morning, Joey. What's up, brother? So, it's about 9 o'clock and I'm in bed. So I put on this movie at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Rooster Cogburn. Just got home from work. Oh, man. Whew. That's crazy, man. I just got up. That was work. Sleeping was work, believe me. Oy. I mean, sleeping was so much work that when my alarm went off, I got up and put my pajama pants on, and I'm like, oh shit. So I had hit snooze, and I'm like, oh crap. I still got 10 minutes to snooze. So I crawled back into bed, pulled the blankets over my face, and went back to sleep for another 10 minutes until the alarm got me. Yeah, man. Waking up is hard to do. Waking up is hard to do. Yeah, totally hard. I didn't get a nap yesterday, so last night's sleep was even more important, and I didn't sleep that much. You think that with the way my sleep is going lately, I usually take a nap during the middle of the day, and if I don't get a nap, I should probably go to sleep earlier or sleep longer, and that just doesn't happen. That just doesn't happen. Now, my wife, she gets tired. My daughter, she gets tired. They go to sleep. They sleep longer if they're tired. If they've had a rough day the day before, they sleep longer that night. The next day, they sleep in late. I can't do that. It just doesn't work. My brain, my body, it just doesn't function that way. If I sleep for more than 3 or 4 hours, I just get up. If I sleep for more than that, my body hurts. My neck hurts. I took a nap the other day, and I left my phone out here and turned the air conditioner on, turned the fan on, turned the sound machine on so it's going right. And then I put the TV on and had a movie with a timer, and everything was just perfect. And I slept solid for like 3 hours. But that was it. And because I slept so hard in one spot for 3 hours, I woke up and my neck sounded like a ratchet wrench. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. It was fucking horrible. So yesterday I didn't have a nap. Not because I didn't want one. It was just because we were too busy. We was just too busy. And then we're like, I get home and I eat and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm so sleepy. I need to go lay down. And it's like 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And she's like, well, it's kind of late. I'm like, oh, so I put on a show. And then It's like, oh, God, I just want to go lay down. It's too early. I should have. If I'd have gone to sleep early, I'd have slept all night. But then I'd have woken up going, ow. It's, 6 of one, a half dozen of the other. It's just fucked up. So last night I put on a British horror story, Fred and Rose West, on Netflix. Check it out. Bizarre shit. Bizarre fucking people. And my wife looks at me and she goes, how can people be like that? How can people do that? Where do these people come from? And I'm like, you know what? It's that kind of thinking that scares me. Because my thinking is, I can probably throw a rock, anywhere, in any direction, and hit somebody who is abusive, who is a molester, who is a rapist, who is a serial killer, who is just a fucking flat-out evil person, right? I can throw a rock and hit one of those people. Because they're everywhere. They're in plain sight. You don't know what people are like at home when they leave work. They could go home, put on all, black latex, zipped up with, a mask on their face, and then go into their own basement and abuse prisoners that they have in there, right? Who fucking knows? You soundproof a basement. You buy one of these little cabins out in the middle of nowhere in the desert, right? You don't even have to fucking soundproof it. You dig a basement down underneath this cabin, so nobody knows you got a basement, period. Right? People do this shit all the time. Mine under their own little house and create a basement. And then you just turn it into your own little torture dungeon. And then you bury them there in the basement. You bury them in the yard. You bury them on your 20 acres of desert scrub, right? You bury it deep enough and you don't have to worry about the coyotes dragging up the bodies. I'm telling you. I'm a sane, rational person when it comes to something like this, right? And all I know is that there are countless people in every town, every neighborhood, every city. The bigger the city, the more kooks, right? So out here, we've probably got hundreds of really, really evil people out here hiding in plain sight. We never see them in their evil capacity. But there they are. There they are. These people, they had children that they killed. This Red and Rose West in England. Yeah. 25 Cromwell Street. Jeez. And the kids went missing. And my wife was like, how did this go on for so long without anybody ever knowing? And that's the thing. It's because nobody wants to know it. Nobody wants to think that their neighbors are fucking psychos. That's why we don't realize, probably in our town here, it's probably less. Because most of the houses out here, at this point, are vacation rentals. Seriously. Most of the houses in this whole town are vacation rentals. I can throw a rock in any direction and hit a vacation rental, right? Easy. They're everywhere. Walk across the street, walk down the street, around the block, they're everywhere. Every street is mostly vacation rentals now. Mostly. The school buses, they don't come around anymore. It's too expensive for families to live in our town anymore. The schools are going to fucking dry up as far as our town is concerned. You got to go 2 towns over into the sticks. Literally, we live in the sticks, and you got to go way into the sticks in order to find a decent place to live. And even those places that used to be rentals for $500, $600, $700 a month, a little 2-bedroom place out in the middle of nowhere where you had to buy your own water and have it shipped in, right? Those places, not anymore. They're all vacation rentals now. People will pay good money to come vacation in a house where the water has to be trucked in. The electricity comes from solar. Your toilet is a compost toilet. I mean, it's just horrible. So, crazy kooks, evil people in our area, maybe a little less per capita than most places. Just because we don't have the houses anymore for regular people, regular families, regular average crazy people to live. So, yeah, bizarro, mundo bizarro, dude. We came up with a new phrase, a brunta. For me, I don't know, it's probably a word in some language, right? But a brunta, for me, is someone with or a brunto, is someone with a big face. Oh my God, you see the size of that broad's face? She's a brunta. So I sprung this on my wife the other day when we were out. I just make this shit up. She's like, last night when we were watching this show, she's like, how do you come up with this shit? You just rapid fire nonsense. You know? And that's it, baby. That's me, Mr. Rapid Fire Nonsense. So I shoot at her. Did you see the size of that lady's face? Oh, that's a brunta. And she just starts laughing as she's trying to run away, you know, because she's afraid somebody's going to hear me. And at this point, I don't care. Nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about most of the time anyway. Most of the time, I'm a cipher. I'm a knot. And my daughter's like, what's a cipher? And I'm like, a zero, a knot, nothing, right? And she's like, okay. And my wife, she's like, ay, tú y tus palabras, you know? And she's like, where do you come up with these words? And you know what? Words are fun. Words are great. Words are the things that stick in my head. They stick in my head, and I don't know they're there until all of a sudden I say cipher, and then there it is. There's a word. I can't help it. Words are fun. Words are everything. Whether you're reading Braille, using your hands for sign language, or just talking to somebody, good old-fashioned blah blah blah. Words are everything. Words are the key to humanity at this point. I mean, sympathy, empathy, feeling, loving, caring. But words, sometimes words get in the way, but most of the time, we need words. You know, we need words. Words are real important. So are bruntas. We gotta have big face people. Big, giant faces. It's like a planet of George Lopez's, right? Just, hey, Brunto, what's up? I don't know where I came up with the word. I don't think about words. Sometimes words come to me on an emotional level, right? Sometimes it's not even a word. I'm just making shit up, right? Totally cool. At some point, I think I'm going to plug my guitar in and fuck around on the guitar. The old guitar. Because I can. The video time machine is tomorrow, which means I will be working on it this evening. And the only thing I've got written so far is George Wendt, R.I.P. I might try to do an episode of something. I think I'm going to be doing that from now on. My show will contain at least one full TV episode of something. Whoa. And then I think I'm going to start putting in regular somethings, right? Little kids programs. There's a show, a library kids program, about 15-minute episodes. That's called Check It Out. So I'm gonna start throwing those in there. Every once in a while, I'll use another episode of that show with Ruth Buzzy on it, that kids show from Canada. Yeah, I've got some other shorts. So probably an episode of something, a couple of shorts, something animated, something really, really old, something musical. That's like a video time machine right there. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. You know, whatever. Whatever works. Whatever floats your boat, whatever trips your trigger. Whatever bounces your boobies. Let it be me. Let it be me. Boing, 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 boing. What is this guy's problem? Hey, I still look at my daughter. She's got that that wristband that says, "I love boobies," I think is what it says. And it's one of those breast cancer awareness things. But, I mean, that was me when I was young. I've always loved boobies. I'm a boobie guy, you know. I used to arm wrestle girls in high school just so I could look at their boobs. Oh, stop. I get it. That's why you did that. Oh, you. You know, admittedly, I was a boobie man. Boobies, boobies, boobies. Which was okay because it's not like I was running around grabbing boobs, you know. I was an admirer, and still am, of breasts. That's all there's to it, you know. Or as Carrie's mom calls them, dirty pillows. They're all going to laugh at you. All right, so Joey, things are cooking along. We found our camping stove. We found the other tent. Found another sleeping bag. I got blankets and stuff, cushion covers, laundered. At some point today, I think we got to do a house, and then I think it's vacuum the van and put the cushion covers back on the cushions, pack the bedding into the back of the van on the back bed, and then once it's vacuumed, then it's all about packing the van. I'm going to be putting the cooler in the van so that when we go to get groceries the night before we go camping, the day before we go camping, we will be getting ice and putting stuff directly into that cooler. Yeah, a couple of blocks, a couple of bags. We got a big giant cooler, and then we got a small cooler. The small cooler is going to be for like waters and juices and that kind of stuff. And then the big one will be for food and, big containers of drinks, milk and juice and that kind of stuff. Yeah, so my wife helped me put together. She found the teapot. It's a little camping teapot, all metal, galvanized, or not galvanized, but like brushed. It's a really nice little camping deal, enough for, hot water, hot milk, whatever. So we're going to take that. We're going to take a little pot with a lid, a little skillet, and an iron skillet, just because. And we're pretty much almost set as far as what we're going to be taking with us. I told my wife, once we get the van cleaned and we start packing it, we'll know what we don't have, right? I mean, it's literally going to be, the whole back of the van is going to be packed full of our camping gear. There'll be enough room for my wife, myself, and the dogs in the front of the van. And I'll just make them a little bed area to hang out in. And then I guess Natalie and Joey will be going up in Joey's car. And then once we get there, we'll empty all of the camping stuff out of the van to set up the camp. And then the van will then become my daughter's bedroom. We're going to put the canopy right off the van so the dogs can come in and out of the van if they're there, if my wife actually gets to go. And then we're going to put our tent right up against our cabin tent, like one side of the cabin tent right up against one side. We're going to have a wall on the canopy to cover another side, and that will leave one side open where the zipper is, the other zipper. So we'll have three sides around the canopy, which will make it kind of cozy, so that if we have extra company, then my wife and I will sleep in the canopy, just hang something up on that one wall, and we'll just put our bed in the canopy area and sleep there. And that way when the dogs come out at night, they've got a place. And what I might do is put stuff around the van underneath, right, so that the dogs can actually get under the van. So maybe so. I don't know. It's kind of, my van's kind of low because it's a van conversion. So there you go. Have her drive my car if you could talk her into it. Totally. Maybe from well, I don't know. Have her drive around here because she knows the neighborhood. We'll have a few days to do that, I guess. That'll be cool, actually, because she needs to drive this summer. Thank you. The highway out there, nah, she's not going to want to drive that. That's too scary and dangerous. My wife I don't even like to drive that fucking highway. Idiots. And then going up the mountain, oh, hell no. So, but in the campground, yes, for sure, she'd want to drive around. Big Bear is kind of unfamiliar and it's touristy, so I wouldn't want her to drive around Big Bear because it's like, fuck that. Also, crazy traffic in Big Bear. And where we're at, it's a windy road where we're camping. So when you pull out to get onto that highway, and she don't like highways yet, you can't see who's coming. What I mean. So I got to wake my wife up in about an hour. She's got to go out today before we go clean house. But yeah, thank you. She should probably do some kind of driving at some point. I keep asking her, and she's like, nah, I don't want to do nothing. She is so in summer mode. She's so like out of school mode right now. She don't want to do nothing. And I get it. I totally get it. My wife's, of course, trying to talk her into doing stuff. And I keep backing up my daughter, saying, you know what? She put in the time. She put in the time to be able to say, I don't want to do that. And be able to not have to do it, right? Whatever that is. You know, I give my daughter a lot of leeway because she spent so much time in school. She spent the last, 16 fucking years in school or something. It's crazy. The first 16 years of her life that she can remember, all she knows is school, right? So, summertime. I said, you know what, Natalie? I said, a teaching job would be like perfect for you. I don't like kids. Well, regardless, I mean, that's like a perfect job for you. Your whole life has been about school, right? So if you're just switch over to like being a teacher, instructor, an aide or something, you're doing the same, and you get summers off again, right? Damn. But who knows? Who knows? She could, go into Brunta therapy. My face is so big, I don't know what to do. That's okay. Sit down. Let's talk about it. I guess big face is the running gag today, right? What's a running gag? Don't run with a gag. You'll put your eye out. I don't know. I better heat up my coffee. Because, I'm a Brunto, and I need to put a lot of coffee in my big face. What? Yeah, I rearranged my room here a little bit. This place needs to be cleaned. I made such a mess yesterday fixing my chair. I didn't do any sawing in here, but I did do some drilling through wood and metal and stuff. And so, you have a friend that's a third grade teacher. The person, her best friend that she's going to university with right now. She went to 6th grade, or she went to junior high with this girl. She went to high school with this girl. She went to college with this girl. She's now attending university with this girl. They commute. Her friend drives and my daughter doesn't. So she's actually studying psychology to be a teacher, a children's teacher. So, which my daughter would only have to graduate and then take a couple of classes, and then she could do the same thing. My daughter isn't really, she's studying psychology, but she doesn't not like aiming towards something. She's just studying to get a degree. Like I've told her, you know, you don't have to decide what you're going to do for the rest of your life at every step of the fucking way. You just need to focus on creating a better you. That's it. I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Now that is out of the way, my Brunto. Orale Brunto. I gotta drink coffee. That'll help clear up the bronchioles, right? But you know, like I said, she doesn't dislike kids. She's just not a kid person. Which I can understand that. When I was a little kid, I wasn't a kid person. I couldn't make friends with kids. She was kind of the same. It was hard for her to kind of make good friends. She'd have friends, but the good friends are the ones that are still around, and she's only got a couple of those. People change, people evolve, people become other people. And sometimes you have a friend, especially nowadays, where influence is heavy. And my daughter's like not influenced. You know, maybe by Stampy Cat, right? Long face. But who the hell? Yeah, everybody knows. But, you know, things change. People change. And sometimes somebody who was your best friend a year ago, you don't even know anymore. You know? And I get it. I get it. When I was young, that happened a lot. You know, peer pressure played heavy on friendships when I was young. Nowadays, it's you know, some people are into this, and it's like other people are like totally not into that, and then that'll create a rift, and then pretty soon you don't even know that person anymore. That's heavy. I mean, there are people that were like her best friend growing up, and those people are like alien to her now. Wow. You know, and I don't pressure her. I don't ask, so what happened to so-and-so, and how come you don't see so-and-so anymore? Why don't you, and this, you know, why don't you call so-and-so, and how much you invite? I don't do that. You know, that's my daughter is in control of her life and making friends on her terms, right? And if she's got issues with her friends and she needs help, she knows where to come. Basically, she takes care of her friendships on her own. And I'm like, you know, what can Dad do to help? You know, take me to a concert and drop us off. Pff, no problem. You know. Yeah. I've had difficulties having friends, making friends, keeping friends my entire life, mainly because I've always been that oddball. I've always been weird. Like I said, I was never able to talk to kids one-on-one who were, you know, my age, younger, older. It didn't matter. If they were kids, I don't want to talk to them. Adults I could talk to easily when I was young. But making friends was always really hard. And then so keeping friends was always really hard. To this day, I find it difficult to do friendship maintenance. And that's just calling people, talking to people. And lately it's been because I'm not the same person and I don't feel like the same person. You know, ever since I did the whole dentures thing, I'm just not comfortable going out and doing things anymore. And I never really was. And there was a period here where I was really got into it. You know, even though I had horrible teeth and they were, you know, yellowed and brown and discolored and disgusting looking. And I was still able to go out and function. And I just got to the point to where I was burned out on pretending that I liked, the way I looked. So it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to make friends. Like I said, I was never one at making friends at work because I don't want to take fucking work home with me. I don't want to know people from work. I don't want to be involved in their lives after work. If it wasn't for the job, I wouldn't want to know these people to begin with. So why would I want to make friends with them and spend time with? It's like, So, where else are you going to make friends? And then how did you make those friends right after high school? Work? Family functions? Friends of friends from high school, right? I mean, how do you go out and make new friends after high school? When you're not in the environment where there's a lot of people to choose from, right? Singles bars. How do you make friends? You got to go out and put in the time. And I could never go out and put in the time. I'm kind of selfish that way. I would rather put in the time for me. I would rather spend time with me, do stuff for me, right? And there's a lot of selfish people out there like that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a great thing, but it's not a bad thing. Taking care of oneself is important. Friendship maintenance is also important, right? Work and YouTube. Yep, that's where you make your friends, on YouTube. My daughter, she has made friends through gaming and possibly social media. I don't involve myself in that portion of her life. I don't have her account names. I don't follow her. I don't do that. I'm not a daddy stalker. I'm not a helicopter parent. If my daughter wants me involved in something in her life, she will involve me in it, or I will ask to be involved. It's just the way I am. I'm not a pushy dad. I'm not a pushy guy. I'm a hugger. I'm not an overt hugger. I'm not like, oh, all the time. Every once in a while I'll be, oh, but I don't, I know a lot more lately, but I know that when my daughter was young, she wasn't a really, she wasn't touchy-feely, and I was like that when I was young. I didn't like to be touched. I didn't like people to touch my hair, give me hugs, tickle me, do that kind of shit. I'd smack somebody if they tried to do that shit. So I never did that to my daughter. Now that she's older and she knows a lot more about herself, I can just go like this to my daughter and she'll come up and give me a hug, And also, I didn't want somebody to ask her, does your dad do this? Does your dad do that? Does he ever touch you? Does he ever? Because, it can be, a kid can say, oh yeah, he does that, and not know what the hell they're saying. Yeah, he puts me on his lap all the time, gives me hugs, squeezes me, So I never did that kind of shit with my daughter because I didn't want people to come around and say, what are you doing with your kid, right? I've seen that shit go south way too many times, See, you follow my daughter on Instagram. That's cool. I don't do Instagram. I don't do TikTok. I'm on there, but I don't get into it. It's just alien to me. It's too new. It's too different. That's why I need a personal assistant, a secretary. Miriam here needs to really help me out. What the hell is that little bug flying around? Did you see that? Don't get in my coffee, fucker. That would ruin my fucking morning. A full cup of coffee and a bug gets in it. Oh. My wife's going to wake up to have to make a pot of coffee is what's going to happen because I'll get a new cup. Yeah, I just don't get into all of the new social media shit. I mean, it took me forever to get into Facebook and YouTube. And I mean, it was only last year or so that I got into TikTok and Instagram. And I just could never get the hang of it. Right? The stuff that I was making to upload was always too big or sent me to some kind of editing suite that I couldn't understand. It just pissed me off. And so I just throw up my hands in frustration. I should have said, Natalie, why don't you come in and help me learn how to use this stuff? See, you guys don't even post much there. So it's like a surfing channel. I mean, it's just like that. I mean, it's like if I were to sit here on Facebook and scroll through reels or videos, or on YouTube and scroll through videos. And I can't do that. Every once in a while, like last night, I found myself scrolling through videos for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, oh God, this is pissing me off. Why am I doing this? You know, because I do it, and it's like, nope, 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 nope. And I wind up sitting there for 5 minutes and not watching videos. So what's the point? What is the fucking point? I would rather spend all day here trying to make one video than 5 minutes of sitting there watching non-videos. Because they're not. It's just crap. It's just crap. You got to watch 100 fucking of those stupid-ass videos to get one thing that might, I stress, might be worth your fucking time. It's just time killer. That's all it is. Distractions. How can we keep the people totally fucking distracted? Make a device that they can call their own and do whatever the hell they want on it and go wherever they want on it. You can do anything with that fucking phone. And what do people do? Sit there and fucking scroll through videos. You know, you go anywhere, and what are people doing? You walk behind them and you look at what are they doing? They're watching fucking videos. Every once in a while you catch somebody texting, but most of the time they're watching videos. Sometimes they don't even turn the fucking volume down. They're just humanity is doomed. I mean, they're gone. Humanity's fried. And it's the smartphone that did it. Tomorrow, let's talk more on the smartphone and conspiracy theories. Smartphones, dumb humans. And what's up with the popes? What's up with the popes? And long lifers, people who live long times. But for the most part, they stay out of the limelight, so we never see them. So we can't see that, man, that guy's never gotten old. You know, man, that guy's been around a long time. They just hide, you know, which leads to stuff like, maybe he's a vampire. There's no such thing as vampires. There are people who live long time, and they hide, and they don't go out. So if you never see them during the day, then you kind of have this suspicion, right? But basically, there is no vampires. There are just people who live forever. You know, they're not quite human. They're not alien, but they're not quite human. Anyway, we'll talk some more about that tomorrow. And I'd like to get some input, because the output, it's getting pretty thin. Getting pretty thin. So there's a show back in 1977, 1978 called Carter Country. And I believe that the crux of the show is like a sheriff in, like, probably a county in Georgia where President Jimmy Carter came from. So it's Carter Country, and it's during the Carter administration, just like in 2000 something there was that show called That's My Bush, right, about President Bush and his administration. Usually if it's the Democrats in office, then the Republicans are poking fun at them. And if it's the Republicans in office, then the Dems are, you know, the Dems in the pubs, they're always going at it. And they're always trying to drag us into their bullshit so that we feel like we got a say in it. Well, we don't. You know, choose up sides. Both sides suck, so why? When can't I do my own thing? Oh, you're a rebel. You're one of them, huh? One of what? You're a liberal? You're one of them independents? No, you mean like free thinker? Yeah, one of them. You don't do what your government tells you to. Not so much, no. No, I don't go there. I don't do that. I'm not exactly a leader, but I'm not a follower by any means. I'm just not. I'm going to do a bong hit. Try to follow me. I think that's number 3. Look, it's almost 6 o'clock. I have a guitar cable down here. I guess I should plug it in. Oops. Wrong side. That's the side I want. That's a ticket. So this is my Ernie Ball guitar cable here, and it's going into my Boss digital recorder, Micro BR digital recorder. All right, and let me go ahead and stick it up here so we can kind of get a little better view of it there. A little better view. Yeah. There we go. Oh, my guitar is hanging on the wall here behind me. There it is with my Eeyore ears. I also have another guitar sitting here. This one was in the corner, but I wanted to put my chair in this corner so that my dog Sam has his own chair to come in and hang out with me when he feels like it. Because a lot of times he'll just come in here and he'll sit here and look at me like, why am I not in your lap, doofus? And so, and in this chair, I don't really have much lap. So now he has his own chair. He can come in, he can sit here, he can hang out with me, watch TV with me. I'm going to have to get him a blanket so that I can put him there and just cover him up because he just loves that. He loves to get in a nice dark covered place and just... He's my hero when it comes to sleeping. You can just get in your lap and go to sleep. I can't go to sleep ever. So, yeah. I'm going to switch guitars here and hang this one and put this other one down here. Oh, remember, I've got some 8 tracks here that we're going to look at. I don't want to forget about those. So, here we go. I want to be able to see me on camera here. That's why I have the far camera, so I can be in my room here and do stuff. Oh, I should light an incense too. So let's take this guitar down, put this guitar up. Oh, pardon me. Take my guitar stand, and there we go. It's not wobbly, and there we go. That's the ticket cricket. I love my little Ibanez's. Both guitars are Ibanez. This is the Ibanez Talmax. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Talmax Inner City Ibanez acoustic electric. My daughter has a big Ibanez. It's a deeper acoustic. That's the one I just had tuned up. And then I had this little Ibanez electric guitar here. I had that one tuned up as well and set up professionally by a guitar tech. So it plays really nice. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. 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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, here he is. Here he is. This is who set up my guitar. So, yeah, if you're in the mood and you're in the area and you need your guitar set up professionally, if you're just cruising through town and you need your guitar checked out before the show, if you're playing up there at Pioneer Town, he's just down the street from Pioneer Town. Literally, he's just down the hill in Yucca Valley, in Old Town Yucca Valley. I won't flip it over and give you his name and number and address and all that stuff. You'll have to just look this Pat Tumbler Guitars. Tumbler, not Pumbler, Tumbler. Great guy, and a fantastic guitar tech. Very, very professional. Very. Let's get some stuff out of the way, and we'll kind of finish the show fiddling with the guitar. It is 8-track day, so we were going to do some arts and crafts, but I have nothing set up. So we are going to fix arts and crafts today. Is I'm going to get a new rubber band, and we are going to fix Holiday Chicken's mask. Holiday Chicken is here. We're going to fix his mask. Normally he wears this Ace Frehley mask, okay, because it's from Halloween, and he's been really sad lately because the rubber band broke. So for Arts and Crafts Day, we are going to fix that and then play the guitar, because art, music is art. Playing the guitar, ad-libs, that kind of stuff, it's art. So I'm unsure if I want to bring a guitar camping, because I don't sing anymore. I don't know that I want to bring a guitar. If I was going to bring a guitar, it would be my electric guitar, and I would sit there and just... but that would probably drive people nuts. I would probably bring a guitar and then just not really have the time. So I'm going to bring a book. I'm going to bring a book to read, and probably a notebook to jot down ideas for the channel. That's it. I'm gonna try to just do an actual vacation, even though I'm like always on vacation. There is this thing happening Saturday on the 24th in Landers. It is a record sale, and a vintage item and record sale thing going on out in Landers, which is the next little town over, a couple of miles up the road. So depending on what's going on this Saturday, I might actually take the girls out and go over there and hang out and check it out. Right. Let's see. I have to dig up a rubber band. Let me do this bong hit here, and then I'm going to run over to that end of the room and get into a drawer and grab a couple of rubber bands. And while these rubber bands are as old as this one, they have been in a bag in a drawer over there, so hopefully they're not as brittle or old and crusty. I used the word brittle last night, and my wife is like, "¿Qué es eso?" Well, what the hell's brittle, right? I'm like, fragile, breakable. And she said, "Why don't you just say that?" And I said, "Because it's not what it's similar, but it's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say fragile. I mean, brittle, which is similar to fragile, but it's not the same thing. It describes a type of fragility, I guess. I'll be right back. Rubber bands are in this drawer over here. New rubber bands here for the Holiday Chicken's mask. Okay, so look, it's like, what do I got here? I got one hole here. Put it in the trash, not the ashtray. And one hole here. So I got a hole on either side of the mask. So let's cut this rubber band. Open it. And then let's put one side of the rubber band through one of the holes. How do we get it through the hole? We need to push it through the hole to get it through. Oh, I chipped a nail. I don't know how that happened. Let's see. Let's try this push pin and just push it through with a push pin. And that's it. And that did that, and then pull it through. Tie a knot. On the back side, tie the knot so that the knot is on the back side of the mask, right? And then on the front side of the mask, it comes out of the hole and then wraps around the back, so you only see a tiny little piece of the rubber band, right? And then on the other side, do the same thing. Bring it around through the front, and then tie a knot in the back. So let's do that. Let's put this up front here, hold it over the hole, push it through with a push pin. No. Get in there. Alright, you know what? I might as well show you what I'm doing here, since that's what this is about here. Okay, so there's my little rubber band, and right there at my thumb, and the little hole next to it. So now I gotta push this into that hole with the push pin. Hey, come on, you can go in there. There it goes. Alright, so now I've poked it through. It's just barely sticking out the other side. Got my nails to grab it. Alright, and we're going to pull it real tight so I can stretch it out and put a knot in it. Okay, get a knot in the end of that rubber band there. And that's it. Now I have my mask with the rubber band on the back and the blue rubber band going through just about the outside of the blue stuff there, so that's cool. And now we can put the mask back on the holiday chicken. There we go. And now he's got his mask on again. There you go. Ace the holiday chicken is back. That's Arts and Crafts, Part 1. And we're going to play around with the guitar as Arts and Crafts Part 2. Coffee and bong hits are the order of business this morning. Doodly, man. Biscuits and gravy. So when you're here, Joey, is when we're going to be putting together a menu for the couple of days camping. But I'm thinking we're probably just going to go basic stuff. We'll freeze some barbecued chicken to thaw out for the second night, and maybe the first night we'll do easy barbecue stuff, you know, burgers or dogs, or, you know, veggie burgers or whatever, you know, something like that. I'm probably just going to have my usual. I'll probably put in my teeth and try to eat something normal, but I'll probably just have my usual soup, beans, something like that. But, you know, I don't mind cooking. So we're going to figure out exactly what kind of food we're going to be doing. We could go with something exotic and do something different, especially if my wife comes, you know, because then she can really get into the helping me with the food prep and doing all of that. More than likely, we'll prep a bunch of food here. I'm going to have her make a big Tupperware of potato salad to take, because that'll last a couple of days, and that'll go with lunch or dinner or whatever. We'll do some, like, baked beans and bring that along, because that'll go with hot dogs or burgers or whatever, lunch, sandwiches, anything. We're going to bring stuff, but we're going to leave lunch kind of open, so we don't have to have lunch at camp. some of us can have lunch in camp, and others can just kind of go into town and do whatever. So we're going to kind of leave it open. It's all going to be kind of flexible. Maybe we'll find something to do up there in the evenings. Who knows? You know. Yeah. Let me do some more bong hits here, because yeah, that's what it's all about here. Killing that pain in the morning. Yep. I am going to have to get off the dime and update the reunion page and put in some more information about what's going on, weekend prices for showing up, where it's going to be at, the exact location, you know, ideas of what we would like to happen. I had these grand ideas of you know, banners and parties and drawings and concerts and all of this stuff, and I just did not get enough response. I did at first. Everybody was like, yeah, and then I guess maybe they found out I was doing it. So I got no response. So I'm going to put some stuff out there, and I'm going to send as much information as I can to as many people as I can in hopes that they will share and post and repost and all that kind of crap. But like I said, I'm not really into that, so I have to carve out a chunk of time to be that guy for a brief period of time. Make a couple of videos, post them on the group, post them on YouTube, post them on Facebook, post them here and there, and then give, you know, an itinerary, an update of what's going on, location, all that crap, prices, and then just kind of leave it at that until right before the event. And then just say, okay, I'm at the event, we're setting it up, we're 3 days before the event, yada, yada, yada. It starts now. So I'm just going to kind of do it like that. I'm hoping that at the very least I will get a few people out there who I really want to see. A couple of families, as many people from those families as possible. I know they're not going to come out for me, so I'm hoping that I can get them to come out for each other, right? Yeah. All right, let me do a bong hit here and get my guitar set up and then start looking at some tapes, or vice versa. Oh, this fucking bong. Yeah, let me set up an incense. Get a mood going on here. Get a mood. Get a mood. I need a mood. Mood. A good mood. That's a good mood right there. Yeah. Ow. Ow. Nah, it didn't hurt. Like I said, I always say ow. Something else will get hurt and I'll say ow. Ow. Let's see, we got a lot to do in the next 45 minutes, and I got to wake up my wife in a half an hour. So let me see. Let me put this bong aside for now, and kind of make a little room here. And make a little room. Make a little room. Ooh. Okay. I gotta heat that up again. Damn. My phone. My phony. Bony Maroni. Okay. Let's take a look at this box of 8 tracks. Because we can. Alright. It's been sitting in here for a little while. I haven't looked in this one, so I have no idea what's in this particular 8-track box. So let's check it out. Ooh. Oh, this one. So first off, we have Sparks, Indiscreet. This is a great fucking album. Anybody heard of Sparks? Because they are some bizarre fucking shit. A dude that looks like Hitler playing the keyboard, and this other dude, his brother, playing his voice like a fucking opera dude on acid. Sparks Propaganda. All right, that's a good one. These are ready to play. I have taken these and cleaned them up and made them playable. Everything here. We have another one, Sparks. Come On to My House. Oh, Come On to My House. This is a good one. My House of Come On. Yeah. Okay, this is my kind of oddball collection here. I love this box of stuff. We have the Kinks Skinwalker. All right, I did not spend $5 on this. What do we have here? We have the Tubes. The Tubes. We have the Knack, Get the Knack. No, I didn't pay $3 for this one. That little freaking bug, man. He just keeps bugging me. In the morning, I don't know, they get chased in here. Spooky Tooth, Witness. So I've got some more Spooky Tooth around, I believe, but this box has been cleaned and tested, and new pads and lubed and everything. And these are pretty damn good tapes here, these cartridges. Okay, another bunch of my favorite stuff here is Sweet Level-Headed. Sweet is a great fucking band. And then another Sweet Off the Record. That's another good one. Blood Rock 3. If you don't know who Blood Rock is, check it out. There are some groups in here that are like, who the hell are that? And some of them are super groups, like Blood Rock, Spooky Tooth, Blind Faith. You know, here's another Blood Rock 2. This one's pretty haggard. It's playable, but the cover's pretty beat up. Needs a new cover. Let's see, this one here. Okay, I have to cover this one up because it is a weird cover from Europe, and it is a juvenile girl who is bare-breasted. So I will cover that up because that's a little weird. It's like the original album cover of Virgin Killers, where it's got an actual naked little girl on the front, and you can see her woohoo. And it's like, yeah, that's inappropriate. So those covers of that weren't not allowed in America. They had to change covers. So here we go. Here's David Bowie, Station to Station. All right, part of my David Bowie on 8-track collection. David Bowie live at the Tower, Philadelphia. That's great. And the last one in this box here is David Bowie, Aladdin Sane. So he's got that lightning bolt on his face there. That's a famous shot there. And then here we get into some other oddball stuff. We got Armed Forces, Elvis Costello. No, I did not pay $9 for that. But I tell you, when I sell these things, they're going to go for a lot more than $9. Here we go. Hot Tuna. There's a great one there. What the hell's Hot Tuna? Check it out, people. Hot Tuna. Some different stuff. Some of these weird stuff. Electric Hot Tuna. Recorded live. Okay, the last row here is all Sha-Na-Na. It's a 1960s, 70s retro 1950s stuff. The best of Sha-Na-Na. So they were greasers, basically. Do-up-a-do-up-a-do-up-a-do-up-a. Here we go. Another the best of Sha-Na-Na. Are these the same? Get a Job, Get a Job. Heartbreak Hotel. Rock Around the Clock. Rock Around the Clock, Blue Moon. I think they're the same, but they're organized differently. So there's 9 minutes on each play, and on the other one, it's got 12:21 time. So this one here has got less music than this one here. Oh, pardon me. I bumped up against the microphone there. Sha-na-na now. All right. No, I did not pay $5 for that, and you'll have to pay more to get it. Golden Age of Rock and Roll. Sha-na-na. This one belonged to Carol. Oh, Carol. Oh, Carol. All right. And then we got Sha-na-na, self-titled. That's a great one. It's got Yakety Yak on there. And Sha-na-na is here to stay. My mother loved Sha-na-na, and we had to watch Sha-na-na on the TV every week. That is my box of weird stuff. Here's my TV guide. Today is Thursday, so we will be reading from Thursday evening, prime time. Mainly because the weekday stuff is kind of mundane. Let's see. I am going to do both. There. Hi. Let's see. Over Easy with Milton Berle, Hugh Downs. Milton Berle recalls his years in television. This is 1978, May 26th, Thursday. So, Milton Berle, at this point, he's done, or is about to do Chips, I think. 77 is when Chips started. So, I think he came into Chips at around the third or fourth season, when he came in and did I think he did a two-parter from his house in Malibu. Yeah. Totally, man. Okay, Hollywood Squares. Here we go. I love to read these. 7:30, Hollywood Squares. Sandy Duncan, Bonnie Franklin, George Gobel. He's always there. He's like has no job except for this. Paul Lynn. He's there a lot. Gavin MacLeod. Ooh. Captain Steubing. Suzanne Plachette. Joan Rivers. Jimmy Walker. And Paul Williams. I love Paul Williams. I love to see some Paul Williams. 8 o'clock. Welcome Back, Cotter. Gabe recognizes Epstein's term paper as one he himself wrote 10 years ago. Uh-oh. Here we go. Chips. John and Ponch jump at a chance for temporary beach duty. There you go. Panchito Gomez. Oh, that's a good one. That's the good one. Ponch busts this Panchito Gomez's character, Robert, walking down the street holding an 8-track player from a car and thinks that he stole it when it was actually given to him, and makes Ponch just look like an asshole. It makes him look like a cop is what it does, and it just makes him feel miserable. So he has to go, jump through all these hoops just to make himself feel better and get rid of the guilt, basically. And the kid knows it. The kid totally knows that he feels guilty about being a fucking asshole cop, and uses him. Makes him take all his brothers and sisters to Disneyland. I'd have done worse. Yeah. I'd have done that and then say that the guy molested me. No, just kidding. But I wouldn't put it past him. Fucking calm down. Getting all worked up over nothing. 8:30, Operation Petticoat. Woo! 9, Bing Crosby, His Life and Legend. So at this point, Bing Crosby has been dead for less than a year, I think. I think he died in 77, and this is 78. So he's been dead less than a year, probably. So they're doing a Bing Crosby documentary. The Testimony of Two Men, a dramatization of Taylor Caldwell's 1968 bestseller. At 9 o'clock, Monty Python's Flying Circus. The movie Roustabout with Elvis Presley. The movie Rivals, right, with Robert Klein, Joan Hackett. World documentary, Days of May, recalls the clashes between students and police and the labor strikes that threw France into turmoil 10 years ago. Wow. Class of 65, 10-year reunion. That's just a movie. Let's see. The Bastard, Kent Family Chronicles. A 2-part adaptation of John Jake's bestseller. Oh, I hate those. 1771. Woo-hoo. Woohoo. No. Breezy. 1973 movie with William Holden. Directed by Clint Eastwood. Kay Lenz plays a girl called Breezy in that. The woman romance of a middle-aged man and a 33 years his junior. So he's old and she's really young. That's a classic one. Here's a good Kent cigarette ad. Ooh, here's another good reason why I'm thinner. I'm a thinner. Yeah. It makes it. They actually say that cigarettes are good for you still at this point. Cigarettes are healthy for you. They make you thinner. They calm your nerves. My doctor says to smoke 2 packs a day. No shit. 2 Ronnies. Comedy. A night school applicant asks to enroll in a strange subject. I don't know. 2 Ronnies. What the fuck is 2 Ronnies? Let's just write down 2 Ronnies and see what we get. 2 Ronnies. TV show 1978. And see what happens. See what happens there. Because I like to do a little research and check things out and see what I can find. Wow. I was just looking at the cast of this, The Bastard, Kent Family Chronicles from 1771, right? And I was like, wait a minute. Benjamin Franklin? Tom Bosley as Benjamin Franklin? Okay. Donald Pleasance as Shoito? So don't tell me Donald Pleasance plays some kind of weird Asian dude. Or is that Sholto? I don't know. The typing. The eyes look like... No, it's an L. Sholto. Almost look like an eye. Harry Morgan is in it. Lauren Green. Probably a whole bunch of other weird shit going on here. Holy hell. And then that takes us into late night, which takes us into tomorrow. We got any good movies on? Damn the Defiant. Toma, a novelist, tries to cash in on an accidentally acquired shipment of syndicate heroin. Oh, jeez. Tony Mustang is Toma. Nothing really going on. Tomorrow, with Tom Snyder at 1 a.m., we got comics Billy Crystal, David Letterman, and Merrill Markow are the scheduled guests. So at this point, 1978, David Letterman is still doing stand-up. He's just about ready to start doing a morning show. They're going to allow him to do a morning show sometime in the early 80s, I believe. And he's going to bomb there. And they're going to try to switch that over. So they switched that morning show into evening and then into late evening, I believe is how that went. But we'll pick this again up tomorrow and talk about more, old-time television entertainment there. I'm going to heat up my coffee and then play around with the guitar for a few minutes. My wife is going to be waking up soon. I'm going to have to be her alarm and alarm her up. Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty beat. I'm pretty worked. Pretty well worked. Pretty beat up from the feet up. But I'm just old, right? I'm just old. That's my problem. Is I'm just old. I better drink some of this before I pick that up. Oh, and I better smoke some of that before I do this and do that and then yeah, that's it. All right, my alarm's going to go off in about 15 minutes, so I can wake up the missus. The missus. Let's take this guy. Yeah, I need to dust her off a little bit. Where's my Swiffer duster? I'm gonna have to dust this man. There should be. I've been Swiffered. I love my new guitar. I've wanted this particular guitar. Actually, I wanted the one, the RG with the handle, but it was pretty impractical to get to spend that kind of money on something like that, when all I really, really wanted was just a nice, playable electric guitar. That's it. That's all. Nothing fancy. Nothing extravagant. So I got a decent little full-size, fully functioning standard guitar from Ibanez Electric, the Rio series, and then I had it professionally set up. I just ordered it right through Guitar Center, right at Guitar Center. I thought that I might have them set it up for me, but I wanted to open it at Guitar Center to make sure that it was like the bomb. And it was, except the neck was just like wonky on it. So I said, is this neck going to be fixed when I have it set up? And they said yes. So I took it to the local guy up here because they were busy there. And one of my friends up here who's a musician recommended this guy. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I took it there, and for a great price, he set this thing up so professionally that it was a totally different guitar when I got it back, right? When I got it from Guitar Center, it was right out of the box, and it was just your, unset up guitar, and it didn't play for shit. And then I had it set up, and it's just beautiful, totally. Totally, man. So we got about a half an hour left. So I'll go ahead and fiddle around for about a half an hour with my guitar. And just talk and drink and smoke. Yeah, baby. Just kind of setting stuff up here so it's comfy. And then, let's see. My Valium. Where's my Valium? I might as well just leave this setting here because I got so many buttons to get to. Let me go and turn that on and see where it takes me. Probably takes me nowhere because it probably has no batteries. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if it's got it. It doesn't feel like it. Nope, it's empty. I got fresh batteries here. And I need those. Dude. Totally, man. There we go. Nope. Yep. Make sure I get them in there right. Okay. Hold this off. There's a slight delay between my fingers and my ears here. You can tune a guitar, but you can't tune a fish. Do it, Lima. All right, we'll just fiddle around with this tuner now. I'm going to have to loosen the nut on this thing here. Yeah. So what am I going to do now? I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to take this. I hope I don't fuck this up. I'm going to take this here. And I'm going to split this here, coming out of this device. So now it goes through a it goes through a splitter. When it comes out, and now, pardon me, woo, it's like indigestion. So let's do that, and then I'm gonna take my headphones, so I will no longer hear my own voice, but you will. I am now going to take this and plug this into the guitar. Pardon my faux pas. Totally, man. That's crazy stuff, man. Crazy man is a crazy man. Crazy man is a crazy man. Okay. Dude, we should start a band, man. I'm telling you. I got about all the musical instruments to start a band. Looks like my wife is up early. I have dogs running around. See, I'm this good, and I never get to practice. Imagine if I practiced. Dude, we should start a band. I just sit and make up. When I sit and play, I don't really quite often learn something. I just make shit up. You know? Every once in a while, I'll learn something new that'll help me to make some more shit up. But that's about it. She's awake. I don't have to wake you. I'll wake you up. Have some coffee. Hi, kids. We're going to jam some more. I like to jam. Yeah, so what do you think about that little jam? I just made that shit up, man. I know I'm not real great, but it's kind of punk, isn't it? You know, kind of old retro rock punk. It's me, I'm an old punk. What the hell song is that? Joey says, good morning, dear. Did you hear that? She says, buenos dias, muchacho. Huh? Oh. Come on over, have some coffee, she said. So what do you want to play? The drums, the bass? Drums are pretty cool. Once you learn a couple of beats and listen to the music and how it sounds, that's how I learned how to play the drums. I just listen to music. Granted, I'm not that great, but it's fun. The way that sounds, just a good crunch, you know. That's what I've missed, you know, just a good hard. What's up? You want your chair? Get us to see ya? Get us to see ya? There you go, buddy. Up. There you go. There's your chair. I'm trying not to bang the guitar. Right, come on. It's ready for you. Up. Go. There you go. To see ya. You're not ready? Okay, dokie, pokey. tell me what I'm doing. Not at
The beans. Totally, man. It's the beans, man. It's crazy like beans. Do you have the beans? I got the beans. You like the beans? I love the beans. Beans. Hey, beans. What are you doing? I don't know. I got the beans. Beans. Why you not like the beans? I love the beans. What do you say? You say I love the beans? I say I love the beans. Why you love the beans? Because I love the beans.
Totally. I'm going to get real close here. I'm jacked back in Jack. Okay, well, we fiddled around for a little bit this morning. We fiddled. Let me turn off that stuff there. So that concludes the arts and crafts portion of the day. We did a little jam, baby. I'm going to put together another hitski here to wrap up the show, because it's just about time to go. Go nowhere, really. Go to the kitchen. That's where I'm going, baby. I'm going to the kitchen. I can go there because they have the food there. You have to get the nourishment and the vitamins. And you got to get all the minerals. You have to have the minerals too. Don't be so conceited. Just conceited. Ah, yeah, baby. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Huh? Tell me tomorrow when you've decided. And come back tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of fun. We're gonna talk about me, the early years again. Surprise, surprise. And talk about actually living in a house, because that didn't happen too often when I was young. Living in an actual house, a handful of times, for short periods of times. So that'll be fun. We'll also do This Week in History, and see what's been going on this week, years ago. And we'll delve back into Conspiracy Corner and talk more about smartphones, dumb people, and, what about long-living humans and reincarnation and cloning and soul transference and all of that stuff. Let's get people's take on that, because that's some shit right there, You're going to a concert. Is it that concert that you were talking about? Was that Pierce the Veil or something? Something like that? The Romantics, or I don't know. You're gonna go see you're gonna go see In Sync? Is that it? Yeah, baby. Well, what is it? What are you going to see? Don't leave me in suspense. Because that would be not nice. It would be not nice. No, really. Let's see, we did everything on the list here. We read from the TV guide, got the album here. I had an album set up for tomorrow, but I think I'm going to switch that and use that for Tuesday, because I believe I got it on 8-track. Pierce the Veil, yes, okay. That's what I thought. I try to pay attention, guys. So there you go. Well, when are you going? Is that tonight, tomorrow, this weekend? Probably Saturday, right? So cool. Enjoy yourself. Get lots of rest before so that you can really enjoy it, right? find an emotional connection so that you'll really remember it, right? My daughter's like so emotionally invested in like every show she's gone to that she remembers. That's cool. And she records just almost all of the shows. Her favorite stuff anyway. I think she recorded every single one of the first 20-some concerts she went to. Saturday, cool. Right, sis, dude. All right. That's totally cool. I'm going to hit this and hit the road. There's a little icon for you there. Cheers and good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. You especially, Joey. And anyone else who's here. Hey. Hey. What's going on? Stop by and say, hey. We'll get to know each other. Hint, hint. All right, people. I am wrapping it up. I am getting out of here. Oop, coffee is warming. It's time to get this day rocking and also rolling, because that's how that works. Right? Totally. It's been a fun week. I'm sure that it's just going to get mo better. Tune in for more updates on camping and whatnot, because that's going to be fun too. All right, people, you know what to do. Be kind, spread peace and love, not bullshit. Do something for yourself, but do something for somebody else too, like make them a cup of coffee, right? Most especially, stay weird, because if you ain't weird, ain't nobody going to be weird for you. You got to put in the time. You got to put forth the effort to be a little weird. Usually being just average and normal nowadays is pretty fucking weird. So that's cool. I will see you in the morning. Have a great night. You're fantastic here. I'm coming from you live in California. Yeah, baby. All right, you guys. Love you. Take care of everyone and yourselves. And adios. Shut up. Go on, get out of here. Later, brother. Take it easy, Joey.